Healthcare Resource Center. Free help for people on Medicare.
The Dothan Area Business Podcast is brought to you in part by Healthcare Resource Center. It's free help for people on Medicare. They're local, they're in the community, and they'll treat you right. Brianna Lewis Dana Peel, thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Newsies Jr, how was it?
I would say that the best way to describe it is probably organized chaos. In the best way.
Oh yeah, you're working with children.
Right, organized chaos, hurting lots of cats. Mm-hmm. But it was an awesome time.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind. It was magical. It was loud. it was a lot. It stretched us in a good way. We learned what we are capable of doing, mm-hmm. and still maintaining a great product and a great show while doing it.
Okay. And, you know, one of the things that I was thinking about, because obviously my daughter is in this, she played Wiesel, but watching the auditions and then watching the read-throughs, I was like, man, we got, like, there's a lot of talent amongst our youth in the Dothan community, mm-hmm. when it comes to musical theater and theater. Yeah. I mean, we've got, you know, a ton of great dancers. Mm-hmm. We've got some that are just phenomenal singers. You know, Emily, she was Annie in the production before, and right. She wowed us in Annie, and she just did a fantastic job in Newsies, mm-hmm. as Crutchy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there were some other dancers. I don't know their names except for, and I always mess up, but it's the redheaded hunter girl.
Eliza,
yeah.
She is a phenomenal dancer.
She is.
Yeah.
There's another one who, I don't know her name, but you guys, she was wearing green and gray, and she was
tall or small.
She was tall. She was like the main flyer.
Elise Shipman.
Yeah,
okay, yes, that's right. That is her name. My daughter's gonna kill me because she told me that name a million times. But no, Alicia, another phenomenal dancer.
Yes.
I mean, really good. And just the facial expression. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, herding cats, and so tell us, I mean, was the show as good as what you thought it was going to be, or?
It was better. Like, by far. It was one of those things that when you finally see it all come together and you see how much these kids have kind of poured into this show and mm-hmm. committed, mm-hmm. It exceeded expectations for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. Just seeing the heart behind all the kids doing this together and knowing where they did start and seeing the kids that were terrified at auditions,
right.
Mm-hmm.
to speak to us or to sing in front of us, doing all their parts with such boldness and with such confidence, that there's no satisfaction like that than just being able to help facilitate a space where they can take risks and they can grow and they can benefit from it. It was phenomenal.
And with both of you two being directors, I really do think that this is something that is a big contribution on y'all's part to create an environment where these kids, I mean, they're adolescents, they're in that phase of life where like insecurities are high, mm-hmm. and the risk to like be yourself or go full-fledged into something, you know, 2 feet deep end of the pool is like such a terrifying moment. But you guys obviously were fantastic enough to create a great environment for these kids, boys and girls, young and older, mm-hmm. that, or young and younger, I would rather say, yeah. are more comfortable to be like, man, we're going to go, we're going to do it, we're going to try it. It's a safe space. So I want to commend you guys for doing that. My daughter, like I said, was in the production, and she said nothing but good things about you guys and your directing. And it was so funny. Like, one of the things that she had mentioned was, she's like, you know, they're very positive, but then they correct, and then they're positive again.
And you're like, oh, that's a sandwich.
Yeah, right. And I was like, oh, okay, like, we've just been outed. She's like, you guys do that too. I was like, modern psychology? I don't know.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be good parents. But she's, and it was funny because it was like, yeah, they're giving me a compliment, and I just start bracing myself for the criticism, or the correction rather, is what she said.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, they're just trying to be delicate.
Yeah.
They're trying to like not, and they don't know you personally.
Right.
You can handle the like, hey, tighten this up over here.
Right.
Because not every parent or not every kid has a parent like what you have, and or parents like what you have, and so. But it was so funny to hear that feedback from her, and I'm like, okay, they're doing it right. Brianna and Dana are doing it fantastically well, because it is, again, going back to it, it's like so challenging to create that positive environment, but that correction buffer is a fantastic step. So, again, congratulations, guys, on that part. I tip my hat.
Thank you for that. That's awesome. Yeah.
So now, Brianna, I know this isn't something that you do full time. What else do you do?
So I wear a lot of different hats. SEACT takes up a lot of my time, especially during the summers. I am the queen of summer camp. So I am just full speed ahead right now with that. I do work part-time doing photography work and things like that, doing some work for my dad and working with my sister-in-law, doing weddings, senior photos, family shoots, you name it, I've done it. Yeah, so especially with a combination of graduation season and then spring musical, and now all these people are like, oh, it's senior season now, like planning on senior pictures and everything. It has been full force.
Yeah, so if people wanted to find you, where would they go?
So it is, through my personal social medias, and then me and my sister-in-law, we are curating social media pages for DS Photography, under PHI Digital Solutions, kind of like that umbrella company. But yeah, myself or my sister Faith Lewis, we're joining forces. So it's a new thing that we're excited about going into together.
So just search Brianna Lewis on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or if we wanted to find you like more direct on your business page, like where would someone go?
So as far as business page, I do have a photography Instagram, Brianna Shea Photography right now. Again, that'll probably be rebranded soon.
Okay.
So mostly just through my personal social medias or Faith Lewis's social medias, until we are building that kind of hub for combining both of our stuff.
It is so challenging to shoot photography in a theater.
Yeah.
And she did such an amazing job on those photos that y'all sent out to us parents to see our kids on stage. Hats off to her. You and her are talented photographers.
Thank you.
She has a beautiful eye.
She does.
Like, it is incredible, because this isn't the first time she's done photography for our shows before. And it's just always breathtaking to see the quality of her work and just see that artistic eye of, I never would have thought to take a photograph like that before. So props to her.
Now, Dana, and I always want to call you Banana because of how you broke down your last name to me.
Yes.
But Dana, what do you do for a living outside of this?
Oh, I'm in the corporate world.
Okay.
So nurse by trade, but I am an executive director for CareSource. It is a nonprofit health insurance company. And I've been a nurse for 20 plus years.
Wow.
And have just kind of ended up in that realm and absolutely love it. This has been a great kind of side quest for me.
Gotcha. And you've been doing that for how long?
SEACT stuff?
No, nursing.
Nursing. Ever since 2003.
Wow.
So yeah, I've been a nurse for a hot second.
Wow.
It makes me feel old every time I have to call it out. Like, dang, 20 plus years
What
in
do you
nursing.
think? 2003 was only like 6-7 years
I know,
ago.
right? That's the way I think we all feel.
I was 3 at the time.
Shut up, Brianna.
Don't even. I'm like, I was 5 years out of high school.
Yeah.
That was just a few moments ago, right?
But okay, so you've been a nurse for a while, and now you're working in the nonprofit sector for health insurance. Okay, now is this like Medicare, Medicaid?
So Medicare, Medicaid, and also there's also still some exchange programs out there. So we have all 3 different, we call them lines of business, that we cover, and we're in multiple states. And it's a fantastic company that believes in taking care of people and doing right by them. And it's a joy working for CareSource because their mission statement aligns with a lot of the things that, you want to do as a nurse and be that patient advocate and those kind of things.
How long have you two been involved, not on the acting side of SEACT, but how long have you guys been involved on this side of SEACT and like facilitating? And
So I have been with SEACT for almost a decade now.
okay,
Started off as just a parent.
right.
When my daughter got into it at 8 years old, have done, costuming, have chaperoned, I've been an audience member, and house managing, volunteering throughout SEACT. So, it's coming up on a decade, which again makes me feel really old.
Don't
Dang.
forget snack provider and
That's right.
competition team chauffeur.
Yes, we've done all those things.
Yeah. For me, let's see, I think my first exposure with SEACT as far as doing things involved with the company, I think was around 2021.
Okay.
I volunteered as a summer camp counselor when Miss Eddie and Miss Margot was still running camps. Because at that point, I was still in college at the time on summer break. I knew I was going to be studying theater. So, I just figured it was a good opportunity to get some exposure in that. And then fast forward to summer of 22, right after I graduated from Troy, I started directing camps. And then I've just been full force ever since. So I started with summer camps and then helping teach some classes for like competition prep, helping kids with their monologues or their solos to take to competitions. And then it's just kind of snowballed from there. And then here we are with Newsies and Conservatory and all the 30,000 shows coming up soon. So it's snowballed over the past 4 years. But this was my first year with like a full class of high schoolers. So the seniors that just graduated this year, I met them their freshman year. So this was my first full, cycle through of students. So that has made me feel very old.
Yeah. So has Newsies Jr. been the biggest kids production?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And how many kids were involved in this?
I feel like the number has changed. I think it was 57.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that's around the same number I heard.
Yes, I'm pretty sure it was 57.
Okay.
Students who were cast members, and we had some students who were crew members, but also were featured in like 2 of the songs. So we called them our cruisies.
Gotcha.
They were crew members, but they were dressed up like Newsies enough to where they could join on stage. So 57-ish was what we ended up with.
So here's what I'm hearing, and with my marketing background, like I've done advertising for 13 years, and you look at this situation where like you are a professional, you're in the corporate world, you still relatively younger, and your SEACT is not paying the bills for you, right? It is so important for businesses to get involved and to support the arts here because, really, is there anyone outside of SEACT that will give these kids in our community an opportunity to get on stage and to practice this craft? I don't think so. Nothing comes to mind, but we're still kind of new to this space, right? Yeah. Like any other acting companies in the area. But for businesses out there to just go out and like, hey, we're just going to support the community and we're going to write you a check so this way the kids have an opportunity to do something. I think it's so important for businesses to get involved. I know my daughter, she's played sports and then she got bit by the bug and wanted to try theater and she was doing it in her homeschool community and has progressed, and she did she was Snoopy last year for the Charlie Brown Christmas, and that was her first production. And we're just kind of like, okay, yeah, this is cool, this is fun,
Yeah.
But then when she took on Newsies, I was like, okay, we're getting a little bit more serious, and you're getting really more involved. And then seeing the production and the quality of talent here, it's like, okay, SEACT really needs to remain a pillar in the community, and not to brag or to be in that first position and boast, but more of like, hey, no, artistic kids, you want to give it a try? come on down and try acting, try singing, try a platform to dance and use your skill sets as a performance. So I just wanted to say that. I'm sorry about that. But as far as the Newsies production, what is something that was like your biggest wow moment? Dana, we'll start with you.
Oh man, that's such a good question. I think for me, the wow was watching these kids develop their characters. Like really just not afraid to lean into it, not afraid to be vulnerable when they needed to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Just wanting to go for it, and then seeing all of the other kids around them support and go, wow, that was phenomenal. We actually, we did a really awesome program here where we had a prop box. So we allowed the kids to give each other props every single day. If you thought you saw somebody and you thought, wow, that was an awesome job, I'm gonna write a note to Brianna and be like, you just killed on that dance, right? We allowed that, and I think we ended up with over 215, like 20 props that were written. It was one of those fantastic gifts of watching that positivity kind of just multiply and spread. And so that was probably my biggest wow factor throughout this entire process, was allowing them to see these kids kind of build each other up and support each other. And for some of these kids, this was brand new. They had never been on stage. They had never auditioned before. And, you know, this being their first experience, I think is one of those things that I take to heart, that you go, wow, okay, I was part of that. Man, look at us, right? And look at what SEACT and SEACT education has provided for these kids.
I think that prop box was such a big impact for the kids. I know it made a big impact with Lucy because she was getting like props for her character, and she did not play Wiesel in a manner that was typical.
Right.
And I was nervous. I was like, I gotta prepare my baby. You know, we gotta prepare her for impact, because she might get it might flop.
Right. Right.
But, you know, then she's telling me about the prop box, and she was telling me about how you guys are correcting with that praise, criticize, praise, or praise, correct, praise. And then, you know, I'm just kind of like, okay, this is a safe space.
It is.
And, you know, and she's saying, yeah, so-and-so's like doing such and such, and like they're putting their fingers together really fast. You know, right. Okay. Yes. And I'm just laughing because we homeschool our kids, and I'm just like, yeah, you're not exposed to that.
Yeah, the trends change.
Right,
so
exactly, yes. And I was like, yeah, they're just applauding you, just in a different way.
Right.
And she's like, that's what I thought, but I didn't know what it was. And so just the feedback that I heard from her, I was just like, okay, this is so important to the community, and so encouraging.
Oh yeah.
And so anyway.
And to that point, like one of the things that I absolutely love about these SEACT education shows is that you have such a great mix of homeschool kids, private school kids, you know, city school kids, amongst different ages. I know how much Allison really thrived on when she was 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Getting to work with those kids that are older than her and doing shows together, and how much of an impact they made. And then also being able to expand your friend group, right? And really meet all kinds of people from all different backgrounds. And
for sure.
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. Brianna, what are some wow factors for you?
Well, I mean, the point that you just made is awesome about the mix of like homeschoolers, private school, public school kids. I was a homeschool kid growing up. I was homeschooled the whole time, and I loved it. My mom did a fantastic job with my brother and I, or at least I think she did. I think I turned out okay.
We'll be sure to clip this and send it to your mom.
Right. Shout out, Mom.
Props to Brandy. But I would have loved to have had, this type of community whenever I was in middle school. And I was able to be exposed to theater in middle school with a small company in Dothan that's no longer open. But for the majority of it, it was just like, I got to do a competition here and a competition there. Like I did a local competition where I did monologues, and that was it. There wasn't a lot of like structured programming for students my age at the time, in like the early 20 teens and things like that. So, I mean, I love that there's such a wide variety of kids that get to do this and meet each other. Probably a big wow factor for me. Let's see, it happened right before we were about to start dress rehearsals. I think it was a dress rehearsal. We were running the show. We got just done with like most of the first half of the show, and then it started storming outside. I think lightning struck something, the power flickered a couple of times throughout the whole building, and this building is old. So for fire hazard purposes, we turned off all the stage lights, turned off everything in the booth, because we did not need anything, shorting out. So it took us about like 20 minutes to figure out, okay, like get everything turned off, figure out what we're going to do, and then regroup. And I was expecting to, do the rest of the show. We were just going to use like the normal, like house lights, like stage lights and everything. And use it, like do the run with a speaker, like a Bluetooth speaker. So no sound, no mics, no anything that we were needing to do it with. I was like, okay, this is about to be pandemonium, because we're gonna have all these kids in here doing not what we planned on. So about 20 minutes go by, and we're about ready to start the second half of the show. And these kids treated it like it was opening night. They were locked in, they were ready. They were like, can we go on stage and start now?
Hurry up.
They didn't scatter. They weren't discouraged that we weren't going to be able to do the full run through like we were planning on doing. Like they handled it in such like a professional, all right, let's get up and just keep on trucking kind of way. And seeing, first of all, that many kids handle it with that level of professionalism when you had a group this size, it was just so impressive to see how many of them take it so seriously. And it was so gratifying, and I felt like I got to release a breath of fresh air for a little bit, because it reminded me that like I'm not on an island, that there are so many people who have so many hands on this show that care about it so much, student and leadership. I mean, me and Dana, like we worked fantastic together, but the environment that was facilitated for these kids, it was not just us. I mean, our choreographers, our music directors, so Madeline and Morgan, and then Reed and Jared, they all put in hours to help prepare these kids the best that they could and to make them as confident as they ended up being on the stage. And it was just, you have to have a team this big when you have this many kids in a show. And so we had never worked with a leadership team this large before. Normally you have like one choreographer and one music director and then one director. We had double that. So it was a learning curve to have this many cooks in the kitchen from a logistical standpoint. But I mean, it ended up being exactly what it needed to be. It was awesome.
I think, and I didn't have a chance to really interact with the other people who were a part of your leadership, but Madeline, I saw all of her band messages, and so to me, I'm like, she just stands out so much. I was sitting behind her, and I was sitting behind her during one of the shows. I think it was the matinee show, and Emily, who was playing Crutchy, fell going up the stairs.
She did.
Yes.
And I just remember seeing Madeline like jump forward in her chair, grab her face, just gasp. And I see Emily, who is a fantastic actress, and she just played it off so well, like it was a part, like she was supposed to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
And I just remember grabbing Madeline, and I was like, it looks so good. Don't worry, like she's okay. Yeah. And it added to the show. Yeah. And so, but no, I mean, shout out to her. She did a fantastic job and spent a lot of time and effort to choreograph the dances and send it out and make sure that it was delivered in bite-sized pieces for these kids and it was manageable. Right. And again, she's not paid. She's a volunteer. She's doing something outside of, SEACT. And so I think it's just such such a wonderful place where people are coming together and creating an environment for these kids. So, I mean, it's just, I can't say enough good things about it.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. Madeline's fantastic. Morgan was great. Reed and Jared, you can't say enough nice things about them.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that I really enjoyed during this experience is that band app helping, we all take in information and learn differently, right? Sometimes it's, I need, somebody to stand next to me and show me the dance moves. But then others, it's, hey, I'm going to watch a video, or hey, I need it written down, or, all of those different ways that we all learn. And it was great the way that was leveraged with all of our leadership and all of our different educators.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are some other things that stood out to you guys for this production? So while you guys are thinking, I have to say this. So there's this little boy. I'm not going to say his name because he's so young, but he was one of the working kids.
You're talking
And we all know who you're talking about.
This little redhead.
Oh, yes.
He was so good.
Yes.
And I'm talking to his mom, Abby, and I'm just like, you have no idea how much I enjoy watching him because he's not acting. He's just living.
He's just being
And he fits right in and he's doing it. And I'm just like, yep, that would be a kid in that time. And it was so sweet to see it too, because, I was just like blown away. But
yeah, man, that little dude, it was his world and we were living in it.
That's right. For sure.
Yeah, he came up to me first rehearsal, like the first read through. Because I had actually had him in one of my summer camps a couple of years ago for my 3, 4, and 5-year-old summer camp. So, I mean, he was little. And he comes up to me the day of the first read through and he told me, he said, I already know all the words to all my songs.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, it's done. Matter of fact, I'm done. We could do the show now.
Right.
Just that kind of attitude. I was like, dude, that is so awesome. Please go sit back down.
And he had that energy the entire time.
He did.
Like that constant, yes, I'm ready.
Yes.
It's time for, I'm going to take this newspaper now and I'm going to hold it up.
Yes.
I mean, just.
if we fall behind, it's not because of him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. No, I heard so much awesome feedback from the crowd. And just people talking to me after the show. So much praise for your daughter. Much praise for Lucy. Every time she was on stage, people were laughing.
Yeah.
She was just fully in it the whole time. Her facial expressions were just on point. She was never out of it. So much praise for people about her. But yeah, for that little dude, as soon as somebody would walk up to me and say, that little boy on stage, I knew exactly which little boy they were talking about.
We all knew.
Yeah, no further description needed. But it's also so fun to see a lot of these kids that were in Newsies. A lot of them did Charlie Brown Christmas this past Christmas, and a lot of those kids, they started off in summer camps.
Yeah.
Either in like the 3, 4, and 5-year-old summer camps, or just the big kid ones that like what we're doing right now. And I mean, there was a lot of them in Newsies that were former summer camp kids and that are still doing it now. And I get to see them literally grow up. And it's so cool.
Where can people find more information about the summer camps that SEACT offers?
So it's available on SEACT.com. We have 4 weeks, but I think 3 of them are sold out.
Okay.
So there may be a couple of spots left in week 3. But yeah, we try to advertise our summer programming pretty early on in the year. And it's pretty consistent that we do 4 weeks of summer camp and a summer intensive is the typical plans that we have for summer. But I mean, we're always coming up with new stuff. But for people who weren't able to get in summer camps this year, I mean, we do have our conservatory starting up in the fall.
Right.
And that is literally going to be like performance school. So the way conservatory will be structured is depending on your age group will dictate like what day of the week you come in. And I mean, it's going to be rotating instructors. So like say example for 2 weeks, I'm going to come in and talk about this topic. And then the next 2 weeks, Mr. Jared is going to come in and talk about voice.
Right.
And then, so that's going to get merged with our competition prep classes.
Okay.
So it will be like specialized topics that your students are learning. And then the second half is them working on pieces.
See, but is that going to be for somebody who has some experience, or would it be okay for someone who doesn't have any experience and wants to try it out?
No, it's for everybody.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It is for
everybody.
all ages of students, wide varieties of experience. We have divided up the age brackets pretty solid to be able to cater to, you don't have kids who are struggling to read in the same classes with high schoolers.
Right.
It's going to be very focused on the competency of your age group.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome.
And how much is that?
That is a great question.
Okay.
Give me 3 minutes and
Sure.
I can tell you.
Yeah, it all depends on the cellular data.
Yes.
But it is one of those things that I think is great that we're offering that to the students, because it's going to be simple things like learning how to read music, right? Like understanding the basics of what an audition is and what it isn't, learning how to slate confidently. If you want to go participate in competition, you can. You're given the tools and the, in your toolkit to be able to do so. The competitions are phenomenal that we go to.
What do you mean by slate?
So you have to introduce yourself before you start your competition piece. So
Oh,
typically
okay.
you would go,
Yes, I
hi,
remember.
right?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Dana Peel
Yeah.
with Southeast Alabama, Community
Right.
Theater,
Right.
and I will be performing X, Y, and Z,
Yeah.
right? It also gives you a moment when you do that slate as an actor to kind of, okay, I've said that, let me take a breath, and then jump into my song, my monologue, my scene, what have you. But learning how to do some of that, if you're not in this world and done it, it can seem really kind of scary at first.
I'm
And so-
glad you opened up this subject.
Yes.
Because this was one of the things, so when my kids were younger, it was like, we're playing sports, man.
Yes.
Like, what are you talking about? We're red-blooded Americans. We're going to do the sports.
Right.
And then I see how baseball is kind of getting out of hand,
Yeah.
right? Very, very expensive to participate
Yeah.
in baseball. Very, very, very large time commitment,
Yeah.
especially if you have a kid who is really good, right? Because you start practice at the end of February. If they make All-Stars, they're playing until 4th of July weekend.
Right.
And so that's a lot of months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To dedicate to just playing ball. And so my son did that. I coached All-Stars, and it was like, no, we got to do this. We're, beating the chest and we're doing it. We're doing it well. And then I start looking back and I'm like, what am I doing this for? Is he really going to be able to take these skill sets and
Right.
do what with it in 10 years?
Yes.
And, then COVID hit and I was kind of like, all right, we're not going to go back to it. He was kind of burnt out on it because he was playing so much. But then, so we're like, okay, let's get into MMA. He was
Yep.
over at
Yeah.
Wolfpack, and
Yep.
then, COVID hit and we decided to go on to something else. He does jiu-jitsu now over at Modern Warrior Combatives. And it was kind of like, all right, at least with jiu-jitsu, that is something that you could be 50, 60, 70 years old and still rolling on a mat
Oh, yeah.
for
with
sure.
jiu-jitsu. And that's still a skill set that you can take with you for
Yep.
self-defense.
Yep.
But it's also putting him in high pressure situations, and to, our rule and our family's rule number one, don't panic.
Right.
And so that's what, we do with Landon and Lucy and Lovey. And with Landon, it's like, okay, you're going to get choked out. Don't panic. Figure out how you can get out of this
Correct,
rear naked choke, which is almost impossible, but, he figures it out sometimes. But then, and I'm going to get to the point, trust me. And then, you look at we're a big soccer family. Lucy
Yeah.
played goalie. She was a fantastic goalie in rec and for Dothan Shockers. And I'm the PA announcer for the Dothan Dragons. We love soccer.
Yeah.
We love,
Right.
going in and rooting for the community and all that stuff. But then I'm like, can she, what skill set from being a goalie, aside from facing pressure and adversity, is
Yeah.
she really going to be able to take with her? And theater for her was kind of like a side thing.
Yeah.
And she would do it at Ridgecrest at our co-op there.
Yeah.
At RCS, and it was like, okay, well, I guess let's try SEACT. That just kind of seemed like the natural step.
Right.
And when she said, oh, I got to do a slate, I'm like, what's that? And I'm so glad you reminded me. I was like, babe, that is such a good skill for you to have.
Yes.
Because when you're an adult, you are going to have confidence, like confidence to talk in front of a big room.
Oh, yeah.
Public speaking is like everybody's number one fear.
Right.
And if you can be so comfortable, like that's a tremendous skill set for you to have.
Yep.
Talk
Absolutely.
in a big room or talk
Yep.
one-on-one, like that is so important. You guys, it is not just performing and looking pretty and repeating lines and giving a performance. Like there is so much skill that you take from performing arts that you can take with you into adulthood and with interpersonal communications and relationships with people and emotional intelligence. I mean, my daughter had grown so much from the start of Charlie Brown to the end of Newsies Jr. And I just thank you guys so much for it. I highly encourage other people that if you're thinking about doing it, like go try SEACT.
Oh, yeah.
Because the skill set there. So anyway, enough for me fangirling over you guys.
I completely agree though, because I've been that parent role. And I mean, Allison did MMA. She was with Wolfpack too.
Okay, yeah.
We swam with Dothan Dolphins.
Yeah.
She played tennis because her older brother was a tennis player that we were traveling and doing, tennis competitions on the weekends. It was truly SEACT that she kind of found her niche and has flourished. And I mean, it's given her a level of confidence that I don't know she would have had at 18, well, almost 18.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk to Allison, she comes off just a very like, okay, I'm an adult, able to talk to anybody and everybody. And again, I don't think as a parent, my child would have had those skills had it not been for SEACT.
Right.
So I completely agree and see it too. So yay, parents.
Yeah, I love seeing those skills in Allison and some of the others that I've gotten to know over the past couple of years, especially for those who are in our Thespian Society.
Yes.
So that is our essentially honor society. That is like a national high school, just whatever you call. I was homeschooled. I don't know these terms.
It's an honor society. It's a thespian honor
Yes, it's a
society.
Thespian Honor Society for high schoolers. And so SEACT, they have a troop, and these kids that have stepped up into these officer roles, they are displaying leadership qualities that, I mean, I didn't see in a lot of people I was in senior year of college with.
Oh, yeah.
Like they are just stepping up, and I saw a lot of them shine a lot during Newsies because there were so many kids. And they wanted to make sure everybody felt included. Everybody was being involved in the fun little like social media reels that they were making. Like they were taking initiative, and it was so fun to see. I was incredibly proud of them, and I mean they are going to have to know how to walk into a room and talk to their college professors or go into that job interview or know how to write an email to your professor asking them for help and how to word things, and they are just building those skills so early on. It's really awesome just to sit back and watch. I mean, they are thriving with this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things as well that I noticed is the parental involvement.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We love our parents.
Yeah, you can really tell like the kids that have parents that are really involved in their life.
Yep.
Not helicopter mom and dads, but just like, hey, you're going to be an adult. We're going to try to help you be the best adult you possibly can be. And so so it's really cool to get kids in a room with other kids who have good parents and, and then the other thing too is that, we like, everybody in our family, like we're born again. And you have this like negative stigma when it comes to the arts, especially now because it's like, oh, it's woke, it's very liberal, it's very, anti-Christian. We didn't experience anything like that. It was very safe for Lucy, and Lucy's very confident in who she is as a person, who her identity is in Christ. But we didn't really have any issues in regards to that. Nothing was like coming at her, or no one was like. Everybody was so encouraging.
Yeah.
it almost didn't even matter. Now, the one thing I would say that I would highly encourage people, and one thing I was disappointing about Newsies, yeah, right, is that we had so little participation from boys in the production. And I'm watching it, and all these girls did a fantastic job playing these male roles, right? But I was like, man, we really need to get some more dudes. Because I know that there are so many other boys that are interested in theater, but there's like that negative stigma of participating in your local theater as a boy. Just try it. Just get involved and do it. Because, you know, there's a lot of young boys who are involved, but like, oh my gosh, Trey.
Yeah.
Trey was a stud up there. And like, he is a part of a family that's very much like, yeah, go ahead and try it and give it your best effort. So anyway, that's something that I would like to see, and it's outside of y'all's control.
Right.
And getting more boys to jump in and participate. But
I mean, we actually had a really good showing of boys for
Yeah.
auditions.
We had more than I was expecting
Exactly.
to. Honestly.
Yes.
but so much more room to grow.
That's the word. Yes, there is much room to grow, and like the ratio to boys to girls is always, I mean, it's the difference is always astronomical. But I mean, we were able to cast it confidently with the amount of guys that we had show up. But I mean, I was asking Billy leading up to it. I was like, how many boys we got registered?
Right.
Yeah.
And how many of them are above the age of 9?
Right. Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Where are we?
Yeah, because I've seen, like, I'm originally from Southern California. I think I saw Newsies in Los Angeles, and this was like forever ago. But it was, I remember it was a play where there were, I'm like 90% sure it was Newsies. And it was an all-boy cast. Now, granted, Los Angeles is the second largest city in America. They've got a lot more boys. The culture is different. Boys are encouraged to participate in performing arts and things like that. But I'm like watching it here, and I'm like, we need to have a better environment for these dudes to be able to come out and not worry about being made fun of because they're in the performing arts at SEACT. Like, no, it's safe. You can come out here. No one's going to question your masculinity just because you're participating in theater.
Yeah.
Like, I love musical theater. I love musicals. We watch a lot of musicals at our house. I mean, it's just one of those things where, you know, just because you like it doesn't necessarily mean that you're feminine as a male enjoying this type of content. So.
Yeah, well, I'll see you at auditions later this year, I guess.
Nope.
We'll get you eventually.
No. But no, that's so funny. I did not anticipate that.
All right, shout out
Oh,
Rudolph.
yeah. We got some blended cast shows coming up this Christmas.
Oh my goodness.
I love a good blended show.
Yeah. Oh, they're my favorite to direct.
A good what?
Blended
Oh,
show.
blended show.
Adults
Okay.
and students. Those are my favorite ones to do. They're so fun.
Okay. So what's coming down the pipe for you guys? What's coming up?
All right. So let's see. What do we got next? We got, for our students this fall, the next student show is going to be Sleepy Hollow. So that is going to be a blended cast show. Katie Ash is directing that. And we are going back up to ACT Fest up in Decatur, Alabama this year. So Sleepy Hollow will be like a competition team piece that we take up there. So there's adult and student roles for that. It's going to be based, Katie Ash is like the queen of spooky, like Halloween type vibes. So that story is going to be, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what she does with that. And then... let's see, Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer, is going to be, it's technically a SEACT main stage show, so it's one of the adult productions, but there are roles for students for that. There's going to be like a kids ensemble and things like that, and opportunities for parents to audition for a show with their kids. I mean, I love being able to provide those opportunities for folks.
That's one of those wonderful moments to be able to get on stage with your child and do a scene or do a show together.
Yeah.
So come on down.
Yeah, no, I remember, I think the Murphys.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Alex and Camille.
Yes, Alex and Camille were
they
in,
had
what
so
was
much
it, Beauty
fun.
and the Beast?
It was Descendants.
It was
Descendants.
Yeah, Alex played the Beast, because in
Okay.
Descendants, the Beast and Belle are like king and queen over that realm.
Gotcha.
And yeah, he was the Beast, and then Camille was in Descendants. It was so fun.
It was awesome.
I remember hearing about it, and I think we saw it. I think we watched it, but I just remember thinking like how special it was
Yeah.
for them to participate. And then I was watching Annie with Lucy. Stephanie and I took Lucy to go watch Annie, and fantastic cast.
Yeah.
Kendall Shows nailed it.
She sure did.
Emily nailed it.
Yes,
as
she
Annie. Adam Jones was such a good Warbucks.
So we do this now?
Yeah.
Yes, we go, yes, they were.
That's the new like golf clap.
There-
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I'll try it. But no, they did so well, and I just remember thinking like that'd be really cool to share a stage with Lucy.
100%.
But now we've also talked to my son. They were, I think, Landon was like, kind of regret not trying out for Newsies.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, like we can do this.
Yeah.
We
Yes.
can figure this out.
Yes.
You want
Yes,
to
you
try?
can.
It's so anyway.
Yeah, it's so funny that you said that because during one of the early rehearsals that we had, Landon was with Lucy for something. He went down to like the rehearsal hall to go in there with her for something because I think he had like he had music.
Yeah,
something here.
yes, they do. That's
Yes.
another thing
Yeah, so
here.
they
I
had
mean, we have
orchestra.
YSO.
Yeah.
And anyway,
He went down to the banquet hall with her and was there for a few minutes, and rehearsal was about to start. So whenever he came back through the hallway and was passing me at the table, I looked at him. I looked at my watch. I said, 3 more minutes, and you would have been a newsie if you stayed in there. And he like laughed, but was so uncomfortable at the same time.
Yeah.
So he just kind of like halfway laughed, and they kept on walking. And in the back of my mind, I was like, "We'll get him later. We'll get him later."
I won't tell him.
Yeah, that was that's how my brother, he got into it. I mean, 3 years ago now, because I was doing it. I mean,
Yeah.
I have an older brother who's 2.5 years older, and he was a stage manager for Newsies, so
Yeah.
he does what I tell him to do now for our shows. So not much has changed.
Right.
I got him to come out to a show originally to offer to help with tech. And then he shows up at auditions for whenever we did SpongeBob a couple years ago, and they handed him an audition packet and told him to go be with everybody else who was singing. And he kind of auditioned on accident and got put in the ensemble and then got bit by the bug and has been doing it
That's funny.
ever since. So listen, the younger sisters, Emily and Trey Atterbury were the same way.
Right,
Because
exactly.
we were talking with them, and Trey was like, "Yeah, Emily did it first, and then she drugged me into it."
Oh, yeah.
So
Really?
us,
So-
us little sisters are powerful.
Wow. Okay. So I didn't know that about Trey. I mean,
Yeah.
he performed so well. I thought
Yeah.
this was something that he was like actively doing.
It wasn't. This wasn't his first show. He had
Okay.
been doing it. I think he had done 2 other shows from what he
Okay.
told me.
He'd done other
But
ones.
Okay.
Emily had been into theater first and pulled him into it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
You guys
The
might have-
influence is strong.
Those little sisters, man.
You guys
Listen,
might
just-
have 2 Rojas kids. and
Hey,
see
hey.
that.
Oh yeah,
But-
maybe 4 Rojas's.
No,
There you
I don't
go.
know. We'll see.
All of them.
But
All
no,
of
it's
them.
funny because not a lot of people know this, but oh my gosh. Anyway, it's so fun. It's so fun being a parent to these kids, man. But
Yeah.
anyway, so you guys have camps coming up. There's room left in one for the
Yes.
summer. You guys have some more shows coming up for the end of the year.
Yeah, yep. And then we're doing our summer intensive as well in July, which is sold out, but we are going to have 2 performances of Matilda Jr.
Okay.
that we're doing. We put that show up within a 3-week span.
Okay.
So that we are buckling down for that.
Get your tickets
Oh,
when
yeah.
they go on sale. 'Cause
Yeah.
They'll go fast. That's a fantastic show.
Yes,
and
it's
you
gonna be
guys
fun.
also are like fundraising for a new place.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
we
Okay.
are.
So that's
Yeah.
something that's super important going on. Tell us more about that.
Oh, the fundraising. It's a good time. So if anybody hasn't been on the new the newsletter and you haven't gotten in mail, sign up. Come to SEACT.com and see what they're doing. They are building a brand new facility. It'll be a brand new theater. We will leave the CAC. They are doing, right now, I want to say it's a take your seat. You actually can purchase, you can make a donation and get your name on the back of a seat or 2
Okay.
in this new theater.
We're fine.
So come on down. Look at you.
Probably not the right time, but
Yeah.
no, that's exciting.
If
Okay.
you want your name on a plaque,
Yes.
if that is on your bucket list,
Yeah.
come and buy a seat.
There'll be 2 with the Peel family
Yeah,
on
there you
there,
go.
like for sure.
Yeah, I mean, because it's one of those things too, where you're contributing to the betterment of the community.
Yes.
Yes.
It is not something that's like extremely liberal and the kids are coming in one way and coming out another when participating with SEACT. And I kind of think that's a lot of people's concern. But like, if you haven't participated or if you haven't seen something at SEACT, go and do it. Mm-hmm. I mean, because for us personally, I think my wife and kids have gone to SEACT shows where like we just have friends that are participating in it. And, you know, even with Annie, we didn't know anyone aside from Kendall. But we're just like, that'd be really cool to see. Like, let's see how they pull this off.
Right.
And it was a fantastic show.
Oh yeah, it was great.
And there's just so many other shows that are coming that I think are going to be fantastic shows that we're going to watch.
Yeah, and we have Shakespeare in the Park coming
We
up.
do have Shakespeare in the
We
Park.
have Shakespeare in the Park coming up. Okay, yes.
So As You Like It is going to be
Yes.
down in Porter Park.
Yes.
It's my husband's SEACT debut.
Okay.
It is, yes.
So yay him.
Okay, so is he directing? Is he acting?
No,
He's
acting.
Billy
Okay.
Hutto is directing.
Billy's
Hutto.
Friday, June 26th at 7 p.m. free for all.
We're going to be there.
Porter
Oh,
Park,
yeah.
Yeah.
downtown
Be there for
Foster
sure.
Street. This will
Yeah.
be the first like play performance to happen on Porter Park since they have finished it. And oh my goodness, I am so excited for it.
Yes.
It's 7 o'clock. The sun will be setting.
Yeah.
And then just Shakespeare. There's going to be live music playing.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be so gorgeous.
Yes. I mean,
Oh,
Billy
that sounds amazing.
puts on a fantastic Shakespeare production.
Yeah.
Because Billy, he spent a lot of time in New York City. He like furthered his education up there. He did the New York thing.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a part of Shakespeare in the Park several times, like the big one up in New York.
Yes.
So he knows how to do some Shakespeare, and he knows how to teach it so well.
100%.
Because he's done Shakespeare like kind of master classes before, and whenever he directed Romeo and Juliet, I mean, initially looking at Shakespeare, it looks like you're reading gibberish. It looks like you're looking at another language. But he just teaches you how to read it with a fresh set of eyes that literally everybody who has gone through any of those classes with him or any of those productions, you can just learn how to understand it and how to embrace it and how to perform it so well. And he has helped me personally just overcome my fear of that. He's magical for all sorts of reasons, but he knows how to teach Shakespeare like I have never seen before. So whenever we do As You Like It, the people on that stage, they are going to know what they are saying. And it's going to be just a really believable story. It's going to be so gorgeous.
We were going to go anyway, but I think we're going to buy more tickets because I'm that excited to watch it.
It's free. You don't have to buy tickets.
Well,
you don't have to
there
buy
you
show
go.
up.
But no, I'm just so much
then
more excited.
You can buy more chairs.
That's right. Get some chairs and
That's
Go
funny.
to a free event and buy a chair.
No, I mean, it's so as a part of homeschool, our kids are, I mean, they learn Latin, but they're also going over Shakespeare.
Yes.
Right.
And my wife is probably going to kill me and my kids are going to make fun of me, but they do Plutarch. I don't know what it is specifically, but every Friday it's like, hey, we're doing Plutarch every Friday.
Yeah.
But they have gone over like Julius Caesar, where they read it. They've gone over some other plays that I can't remember right now. But yeah, we're like huge Shakespeare fans, and you know we're so disappointed. Tallahassee had A Midsummer Night's Dream.
oh, that's my favorite.
Did you guys hear about that? It's a walkthrough.
What?
Yes, it is a walkthrough.
Oh my gosh.
And like I said, I'm a huge soccer fan.
Yes.
Love Dothan United Soccer.
Yes.
Love the Dragons. But we had matches because it had gotten rained out. Midsummer Night's Dream did in Tallahassee. First one got rained out. I was like, yes, I can miss out. I can go to the second one.
Right.
And then they rescheduled it there was another match. And it ended up getting rained out, but I was like, I really want to go to this Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're walking through it. They had fairies. It's like fully immersive. You're not sitting and just consuming.
Right.
You're standing around watching and just being the fourth wall.
Right. You're experiencing it. You're experiencing
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Oh, it's so awesome.
And that's one of the things that I think Billy does just unbelievably well is he almost transforms the words into a way that the actors are actually embodying it and moving it so you understand the Shakespeare so much better than we probably did when we read it in high school.
Right.
You know? So,
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. We'll definitely
Yeah.
have to talk to Billy about it more to try and help him.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of the other things too is like we have Alabama Shakespeare Festival in Montgomery. I talk to so many people who go up there for A Christmas Carol or go up there for a play. And it's almost like at least 4 times a year I'm talking to someone different who has gone to Alabama Shakespeare Festival in the past 12 months of me talking to them.
Right.
What does that mean? A lot of people love theater in this community to where they're willing to drive 2 hours one way to go to Montgomery, pay anywhere from $50 to $75 a ticket, where we have something that is comparable in our own front yard that we can see our neighbors and our community participate in and perform at such a high level.
For sure.
Yeah.
Go to more SEACT shows.
Yes.
Yes.
So awesome.
I would love to see more sold out events with SEACT.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Also, a fun little side note, homeschooling. Make sure you tally up your hours that Lucy participates in SEACT things, especially Shakespeare related, because that counts towards like class hours.
Oh.
Okay.
And that's what my mom did with me practicing all my monologues and things like that, because me and homeschooled, that can be equivalent to speech class.
Right.
And all these things, or just like theater elective courses. Because my brother, he was a basketball player growing up, so I mean that was his like PE,
Right.
was him going to practices and stuff, and it definitely equates. So because I'm a RCS alumni, so we went through that whole process, and Mom was like, all right, how many hours did you spend doing this, and when did you have this rehearsal? So the homeschooling, that's the beauty of it, like you living your life and going out and having these experiences, it is contributing towards your education, and you get to actually mark it down.
Yeah, I mean, even talking a little bit further about homeschooling, Emily, lead in Annie.
Yeah.
Her brother Trey, lead in Newsies Jr. Both homeschooled kids.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fantastic. Homeschool your kids, participate in the arts, do more with SEACT. Is there anything else that you guys want to mention?
Buy a chair.
Yes. I think they're actually SEACT is having a like a get together this Friday
like
where it's a sip and sit kind of thing.
Yeah.
I want to say it's from 5 to 7 where you can kind of come and talk to Jennifer and Billy and discuss.
And where's it at?
I want to say
I think Mural City.
Is it Neural?
Mural City.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be information on the Facebook page.
Oh yeah, for sure.
How much is it to buy a seat, to buy a chair?
So one chair is $1,250. 2 is $2,500.
Okay.
But there are plenty of other ways that you can support and donate.
Yeah.
I do believe if you want to buy a seat, they've got a Give Butters site on their website that you can get to.
But what are the payment terms if somebody wanted to buy a seat when they're like, hey, I can give you $100 a month for a year? Is that possible, or?
I think that I don't see why not. I think it's a question for Jennifer. If they're interested and they want to work some of that out, they definitely can. I would say go become a member first.
Yeah.
You can go to SEACT.com and sign up to be a member. That means you get to vote on different things and attend the different meetings. It's a great way to support this fantastic organization, and then also you have the opportunity to buy season tickets as well, so you get priority in coming to these fantastic shows that are coming out, because we've got a jam-packed season coming up.
Yes, for all.
Every time I see it, I just get so excited about it.
We have Susical coming up in the spring.
Oh yeah,
That's gonna be huge.
Yep, and then I'm doing Hadestown Teen Edition, which is it's going to be a good one.
Yes.
And Company. So if you really you want to come try out for Company, you come along and you can come sing.
Yes.
All right, that's enough. Thanks, guys.
I'm sure there's all the little things that we're forgetting, but I mean, we have our whole season is posted. All the audition dates are posted. I mean, it's there really is stuff happening year round, and we are getting more and more programming for people who you may not be able to commit to do a whole show.
Right.
That may not be what your life is like. I mean, you got kids at home and you got to be back and get the kids in bed by 7, and like you can't be out in rehearsals in the evenings. But that's why we have like these Shakespeare classes, and that's why we have these small, like kind of black box style performances that are a lot shorter of time commitments. And I mean, we're just really increasing in those programmings. And I mean, it's awesome. We really are creating spaces for everybody, and it's safe for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I'm a believer as well, and there has never been a moment where I have felt unwelcomed or the need to compromise on anything I believe in. I mean, nothing is more celebrated over another. Nobody is pushed to believe this or that, or is swayed one way or another. I mean, it really is just a welcoming community, regardless of what you believe. And I mean, I just love seeing all the involvement that we have from families. Like, we would not have gone through Newsies without these parent volunteers.
Yeah.
For sure.
These green room monitors, these mamas bringing snacks.
Yes.
I mean, we had more people come up and ask us, what can I do to help?
Right.
Than really we knew what to do with. I mean, it was just so, like, I'll get emotional if I think about it.
I know.
It really is so awesome to see how many parents are just involved in what their kids are doing. And that can kind of be something that people miss out on in this day and age. It's like families doing this together. Even if it is only one person on the stage. I mean, I always want to give shout outs to the parents who are driving their kids to rehearsals and picking them back up.
Yes.
And the grandparents that are helping carpool, and the aunts and the uncles that are buying tickets to come and see, and that are bringing the roses and all these things, because these are like the formative memories that are going to like stick with these kids over the years. And I mean, I don't want to ramble, but anytime I tell people that I do things with SEACT and that like I'm a director and all these things,
right.
It doesn't matter what age the person is. Whenever I bring up theater, I love whenever it is an older person, because they immediately smile and light up. And most of the time they will start telling me, I did theater in high school, or like I did Grease whenever I was in middle school, and that was this person. And they just go back to those sweet memories whenever they were a kid. So they may not have ever touched it again, but if you bring up theater, they are going to smile and they're going to talk about it. And I just love being the person that gets to be in the room for that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I will say, I mean, one more thing that I thought about is that if you don't want to get into the limelight, there are plenty of opportunities here at SEACT as well. Like if you're interested in costuming, or maybe you've not ever done props, but you're interested in it, or lighting, or backstage managing, like we have people that will sit there and drop everything to show you everything that they know. And they are fantastic mentors that you can get into it. All you have to do is just, let somebody know and raise your hand and go, hey, I would love. We tell the students that as well. Like as a parent, I would talk to other parents and go, hey, look, if your child is enjoying the limelight now, but has an interest in, sound and lighting design, go talk to Grace Ed, go talk to Michael Clardy. I will be more than happy to reach out to them for you, right? And get something set up, because we have amazing talent here, backstage as well as on stage.
Yeah, man, if you can paint, if you can sew, if you can work a hammer, we got something for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for your time. This was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Same time next week.
So for more information, go to seact.com. Check them out on Facebook. Enjoy. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.